Hello, namaskar, good morning, good afternoon. This is a case study of 11 story, yeah, case study of 11-story residential apartment building constructed using precast construction technology at Dundigal, Hyderabad, right, for Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. Uh, yeah, I'm C.A. Prasad. I'm the Director of Media Engineering Consultancy Private Limited, based at Hyderabad. So in this particular presentation, we are trying to demonstrate and show you how precast can be used for multi-story residential construction also. Okay, all developers can switch over to precast construction and move away from the conventional construction, which is tedious and very much labor intensive. Okay, and I've seen that Shobha developers and Brigade developers have also taken up this precast into their constructions, and they're already using the precast construction as they face a severe problem in the labor availability for their constructions. So it is time for the developers to have the precast by themselves, or they can give work to the precast industry, which are being set up by some entrepreneurs. Especially in Hyderabad, we have about 4 precast companies around, and developers can use this and then use their multi-story constructions. Right. So this is to demonstrate this particular one for the GHMC 2 BHK housing, which is stilt plus parking plus 9 floors at Dundigal. We have constructed some of the towers using the precast construction. If you just see the site layout, okay, this is the main contractor is IJM, okay, Inderjeet Mehta Constructions, IJM Constructions. They are basically from Delhi, but they have moved on to Hyderabad to do this 2 BHK housing for the government of Telangana. Okay, and then they have done this big project which consists of above 40 towers in this particular site layout. So Satyavani is the main consultant for this, for both conventional construction and Maivan, whereas we are the precast consultant, precast structural consultants for this particular project. And here the project is conceived in such a way by Satyavani Consultants, by my friend Mr. Surya Prakash, that they want to demonstrate that all 3 technologies can be used here: conventional as well as Maivan construction, which is actually called as a monolithic construction, where wall and slab concreting is done together. Conventional, as all of you know, it is a RC frame construction, RC columns and beams, and infill walls will be coming in between. Okay, and then we wanted to do precast also, but all of them at the same cost. So to demonstrate that, okay, if you have some number of repetitions given for each technology, okay, the cost of construction would be easier. So thereby we said, even the governments can call for tenders, okay, irrespective of the technology, not to be very specific into that, such that the contractor or developer can come forward with the type of technology that he wants to use. That is very wonderfully demonstrated here. All the new technologies are used here. This building is such that if you just see one block, it has a stilt floor for motorcycle car parking. These apartments are also such that I will just show here that each of this is about 570 square feet apartments, including the corridor and common areas. If you just take it out, it will be around 480, 550 or so internally each apartment, excluding the corridors and stairs. So in this, they are provided is a very small unit by 570 SFT as what I'm talking about. They have provided only motorcycles for the people. They are basically called LIG buildings, not MIG buildings. Okay, 2 BHK. And then motorcycle car parking is given in the stilt floor as well as in the parking floor. And then they have certain ramps on either side of the building, and they also have the it is called as a EWS housing, basically, not even LIG. My friend corrects me because the building already built. I lost a bit of touch into that. Okay, EWS building, basically they coined it. But according to PMAY, EWS buildings are all 300 and 350 below. and above that it is called LIG, but here the government called it as EWS housing. Okay, and then but it is 570 SFT, but they have given 2 BHK, right? And then there are shops given in the stilt floor, shops given in the stilt floor, and then there is a motorcycle car parking. Okay, in the even in the parking floor also, it is they have provided the motorcycle parking, and then there are some electrical rooms, and ramps will only come up to this point. Thereafter, above this is all the way the apartments, all the way the apartments. So you can see that each of these are such that 2 apartments, lift, 2 apartments, lift, 2 apartments are coming like that. 2 apartment staircase, 2 apartment staircase, 2 apartment staircase. So this is how the plan. If I just show you the individual 2 apartment plan, you can see the dimensions clearly. Bedroom 3 meter by 2.63, bedroom 2.86 by 3 meter, one attached toilet, one general toilet, living come dining here. Okay, there's a living room and a small dining room also can be placed here, and then there is a kitchen, and then there is a utility for wash and other things. Okay, there is a similar unit on the other side. Okay, whereby the similar pattern when the bedrooms are coming there, but one bedroom will be coming on the corridor. There is a slight disadvantage, but that is how the plan is done by the architects. For this plan, we have done the precasting in such a way that we have provided all external walls are precast RCC walls of about 160 mm thick. This building of about 11-story building, 160 mm thick walls are provided, precast RCC walls, and they have 2 layers of reinforcement in that. Okay, and hollow core slab will come and rest on this particular wall. Okay, so you can see that all these walls are provided like that, and the precast RCC walls are such they are pretty smooth and they don't require plastering at all. Okay, or now what about the internal walls? You are looking at all these internal walls. Here the contractor want to build it by himself by using the brick masonry walls, AAC blocks, such that no plastering is required, but they put the putty and then they painted it. AAC block walls and then putty and then painted on top of. The AAC block walls are pretty much lighter. Its density is between 600 to 800 kg per cubic meter. All of them are 100 mm thick. And these hollow core slabs are designed in such a way that these partition wall loads are also coming on top of them, and they are designed according to that. So it has a live load, of 2 kN per square meter, floor finishes of 1.5 kN per square meter. Again, partition walls are about 1.5 kN per square meter. That is the loading to which the hollow core slab is designed for a span of about nearly 7 meters. Okay, on that side, 6 to 7 meters. So these are predominantly a one-way slab, hollow core slab, predominantly one-way slab. They will have the hollows inside. Okay, such that weight is reduced into that. Pre-stressed precast slab, pre-stressed wires are used into this. Okay, so the slabs are resting on this wall and this wall only, 2 walls. They are not resting on that, but they will be just going onto the side of the wall to an extent of 40 mm, and then on top of this structural topping is done. Okay, such that you will get a monolithic action for the entire this thing. I'll show you some of the photographs where they have done the structural topping and monolithic action achieved. Precast states are also used. It is quite easy to do the steps in precasting and then lift it and place it over that. Unlike the conventional system of providing a formwork and then pouring concrete, which is very tedious, and the contractors, formwork contractors will try to avoid doing that work and then sleep and then someone else have to do. So you can see here the precast walls are erected and then the hollow core slab is getting rested on top of them. You can see that from wall to wall there will be dowels going into that, and the next wall will have sleeves and it will be rested onto that. We have given a recess here such that hollow core slab will come and rest here. Okay, it will come and rest by about 60 to 80 mm is a bit. You can see some of these blocks. Yeah, you can see some shops here and then in the openings, and then the walls with openings, window openings, and then ventilator openings on the outside they are being provided. Okay, so this is how the details and some this is a toilet portion. We are also given the openings for the drainage pipes to come out. Okay, that's how the is provided, and the blocks is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 floors is done. there. Ninth floor is the one which is on top of that. Okay, there are some of the photographs that are showing this precast walls. You can see that pretty smooth surface which comes when it is casted on the table. So this is how they will provide the precast wall on the table. Okay, but duly providing the openings, and these are the sleeves for the dowel to come and rest, and then it will be grouted. Okay, it will be grouted. So you can see that these are the magnetic arresters. Okay, to such that this is a steel table, and then they provide a magnetic arresters such that the formwork will not move. That's the beauty. Even here you can see that they are the magnetic arresters. Okay, this will be sticking to this table as well as to that, such that the formwork will not move. We can see the diagonal reinforcement at the openings. Okay, is a typical of our standard details which will be being provided. Even inside also they have provided a magnetic arrestor, such that this is something like a steel channel which is being placed there, such that it won't move while they are placing the concrete. This wall panel does not have the openings, so it has this two-layer reinforcement and the sleeves which are coming in and the dowels protruding out into that. So this is how the thing is. You can see that this is a strip foundation that we have provided. Why is a strip foundation? Wherever the wall comes, I want a foundation there only, such that it takes the pressure of the load that is coming through the wall and then transmits it to the soil. So there are all the dowels which will go into the sleeves of the wall, and then it will be grouted onto that, such that it achieves rigidity and monolicity. Between the two walls, this wall will have a link, this wall will have a link. We have provided a T16U bar, and then we have provided the additional links also, such that it gets a monolithicity and continuity of reinforcement between the two walls. Okay, and then in this site, we have also tested the hollow core slabs. Yeah, you can see that a hollow core slab is being erected, and a person is going to support with the cement bags. So equivalent load is being placed on top of that. Okay, and then the dial gauges are put on the top. Precast hollow core slab is such that when it is pre-stressed and precast, it will have a slight camber on the top to about some 20 to 25 mm, depending on the length. Okay, depending on the length. If the length is more, then the camber is also more in the center, while at the edges it will be resting on the walls or beams. So the dial gauges are placed when the load is placed, and as per the code, it should be taking the deflection down to a certain extent, and that is being checked and passed here. You can see that here NIT Warangal Professor CV Kameswarrao is there, and myself here at this testing, and his team of experts have also come, okay, along with him to make this testing to provide the dial gauges, take the readings. And when the table is not ready, and the people are making the particular reinforcement cages here, fully tight here, okay, and then this is being lifted with the help of a hydra to be put up onto the table, such that the walls are cast like this and stored in this vertical manner, and it will have the lifting hooks such that it will lift it and then place it on the one over the other in the structure. Okay, these dowels will be coming. Hollow core slab will be resting here, so you can see this particular type of construction. Right, this is how the hollow core slab will have the clamps. Hollow core slab will have the clamps, and then it will be slowly resting it on the recess that we have given here. Okay, so these are some of the ongoing construction photographs. Okay, while it is under construction, you can see this block 29, block 26. We had some places where completion is done. They're trying to fix the ingress pipes also. Okay, so after everything is completed, they have finished even the drainage pipes also for this 11-story building and all. Okay, so this painting is going on. This is the completed shape of the building. So I give you a brief idea of how these precast walls are coming up. Hollow core slab is coming onto the top, okay, as a floor slab element, and then the drainage pipes on the outside, which will be coming into that. Okay, so these are my details. For any information, you can come back to us for any details, and then there is a phone number also into that. Thank you very much.